Alright. Hello, everybody. Just me here today. And I'm in a very, very heavy drafting mood right now. So we're just going to go ahead and do ourselves another Guilds of Ravnica draft, a competitive draft up there. It's been this sort of thing in my mind for like a couple days where I'm like, oh, I kind of want to draft this set. I'm excited for it. I haven't yet got to do it at the shop, so I think it's fun. Anywho, let me go ahead and I just want to make sure that everything's set. Yep, we're good. Got a bunch of quests ready for us in the future. I'm gonna do much as we already got all the packs of this. So yeah. Hey, Blood Fashion. Yeah, just in time. God, 36. We could only draft 24 gates, I think. So yeah, again, this is playing a match against each of our opponents. 5 wins or 2 losses finishes it out. So this could be real quick, or could go on for a while. We'll see how it goes. Runaway Steamkin. Ooh, that's a direction. This pack's very red. Boros Challenger, Direct Current, Boros Guildgate Fire Urchin. Runaway Steamkin. Kind of a runaway, seeing some standard play. This is this with another card from this set in combination is causing a very different style of mono red to be real, which is nice. So, but yeah, Runaway Steamkin, Boros Challenger, Direct Current, Cyclops, and Whisper Agent. I also love the Vigor Spore Worm. Ibis Hunted. I think we'll go with the Steamkin. This seems fun. Runaway Standardkin, yeah, indeed. The experimental frenzy decks with this seem real fun. So, kind of want to pick this up, see how it works in Limited. We have like Direct Current, things like that. It becomes up to a 4/4, and you can remove its counters for triple red, which gets real nice. Zip. So red in this set combos with 2 different colors. Comes with blue, and comes with white. As we can see on our guild gate and some of our cards here. Goblin Crater Maker. That's a fun one. This is a very good bear. Choose one, destroy target colorless non-land permanent. You might be thinking, that's a really odd sort of line of text. It is. Or 2 damage to a creature. So this is like a anti-artifact thing. Anti-Eldrazi thing. Check out the cat. Oh my god, I didn't notice the cat until just right now. Yo, bottom right of the art. I didn't notice that cat until just this moment. That's good. Okay, aggressive red feels like a good place to be. Enhanced surveillance, leapfrog. So if we're aggressive red, does that mean we want Boros to go with it? Or do we want... Like, Boros to go with it seems like a real way to go. I love Glowspire Shaman. This is one of my favorite Golgari cards in the set. When Glowspore, not Spire, Shaman enters the battlefield, top 3 cards of your library in your grave, you can put a land on top. You don't have to. It means it fixes for your 3rd land. If you need it, fixes for color, fills your grave with stuff. It's real nice. Healer's Hawk is the mentor creature. You want to put all your +1/+1 counters from all your mentor creatures onto that. I think the Boros Guildgate is a good way to go. Boros is a combination that can fit real well with this Runaway Steamkin. And Hammer Dropper's alright. Like, this dude is massive. And we got, Solaires going on down there, but Enhanced Surveillance is also an interesting one, but looks like we're probably going to be an aggressive deck with this style, so let's pick up the gate. Speaking of, ooh, Sky Knight Legionnaire down there, too. A little sad about passing that up. That's a real strong choice. Same with the Frustrated Recruit, which was nice, but I love this Fireball. Like, the name with the art is the part that I'm the biggest fan of, where it's like, this, like, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. You're absolutely not gonna make it. Sorry, bud. Pelt Collector, that's the Gruul in me talking. Gatekeeper Gargoyle is the 5 color in me talking. Not a lot red in here. We can pick up a Scout, we can pick up an Intrusive Pack Beast. The Scout can pick up. Yeah, nice Gargoyle. Early enough to go 5 color. Yeah. Can pick up the Pelt Collector. I like Pelt Collector, but its strength to me is in more of a world where you can control it better. I like the card though. Sadly, Gruul is not a supported archetype as far as colors go. We don't get fixing, we don't get cards. You have to combo with white to make Celestia plus Boros to make that happen. I don't really care for the blue in here, and I like the Skyline and Scout and things like that. Intrusive Pack Beast is okay too. This card is better than it seems. Tap 2 blockers is a lot of times just Falter. The body's like, yeah. Not Gruul, then you wait another few months. You'll see, buddy. Alright, let's pick up... My gut is telling me the Skyline Scout is right, but my other gut is telling me for that Gatekeeper Gargoyle and go like heavy gates and have like a 5/5/6/6 flyer late game. It's always an option. How many Boros Guildgate will we have? Yeah, the multiple guts, the multi-gut. See where that goes. Ooh! Oh, then. Could we make something stupid happen? That's an option. Sonic Assault is a way better card than you expect. When I saw this card spoiled, I thought like, wow, that card's underwhelming. But the card is, having played against it and with it, pretty good. Like, gets a job done. So, kind of like that idea. Goodbye, Circuitous Route. Sure Strike. Altitude, Celestia Guildgate. Third Righteous Blow. Wisconsin Crab. Whisper Agent. Kind of like Sure Strike. Sure Strike's one of my favorite tricks. Guildgate's not bad either. Ooh, Electromancer, Whisper Agent, Celestia Guildgate. Alright, let's roll this direction. We'll see where it leads. We have like Gravitic Punch. Gravitic Punch can get very silly when you have a Wee Dragonauts and is a lot better with Electromancer. Yeah, this is a direction. The blue isn't really here for it yet, but... Oh, wow, look at the Celestia hanging out in the pack. Okay. We'll pick up the Surveillance. Not a lot in here I care about. Yeah. Okay, let's pick up some fillers. Ooh, well... I mean... It's not a gate. That's sort of a downside. Yeah, Jumpstart is you can discard a card from your hand to replay the card for its cost. And then it removes itself from the game. Yeah, Steam Vents. The other card in here I'd take would be like Night Veil Sprite. Or Luminous Bonds. Sure. Let's get fixing going. Blood, Pokeball, the Dart... House Guild Mage. Kind of like Pokeball. Pokeball also gets... Didn't know they reprint Shock Lance. Yeah, 100% when you're doing Ravnica, there's no way you can't. Like... You know, it's like a requirement for the set at this point. For Rav. I'm gonna pick the Pokeball, though. I like this piece of removal. Gets the job done. It's very hard for things to come out of the Pokeball. Wood Operative's cool too, but a little too far off of our current plan. Boros Challenger. Ooh, Watcher in the Mists if we want to go into the actual blue side of things, which I think might be a reasonable line. Piston Fist Cyclops also fits well with the punches. I like Muse Drake. Deadly Visit. Deadly Visit has one of my favorite arts. The Blacklands pack is also quite good between this and Deadweight. Like, I don't know, there's something about, like, the dude who's about to get absolutely destroyed here that I love. Thoughtbound Phantasm, Rebel Wilt Boar, oh, hold on. If there's something I can splash in white, Rock Charger is one of them. It's either that or the Phantasm, and right now I don't have a lot of Surveil, and by that I mean I have no Surveil. So Rock Charger. Oh, good-ass frog? Hell yeah. Check out this Leapfrog. You can jump every time, whenever you play an instant or sorcery. Who knows how... My favorite part of this frog... So, my favorite part of Leapfrog is that there isn't a scale bird or anything on Leapfrog. We do not know if Leapfrog is a normal-sized frog or a giant frog. It's just... because there's no scale frog things in the frog art here. So we could have a 3-1 frog that's just a normal frog. Rebel Boar gets jobs done. Rock's Charger seems fine. Let's find some more fixing for what we want to be doing. Oh, Invert and Vent. Disdainful Stroke. I like Invert and Vent. Invert is swap power and toughness on up to 2 creatures. So they become... Rock Charger becomes a 3-1. Yeah. Call her the culprit as well. Selective Snare. Another Electromancer? Selective Snare is an interesting one. This is bounce. It's sort of like a tribal bounce thing where you can just bounce. Like if your opponent's playing all elves, you're just like whoop, pick them all up. So more Electromancers. The Hasty Mentor, which actually works pretty well. This is something that I think is kind of a scary one. Fresh Race Recruit does a pretty good job as well. Pick more Electromancers, get those done. Demotion, can't block, can be activated. Fire Urchin, which is like a poor Kiln Fiend. The Locksmith. I'm okay on the Locksmith. Ooh, Hellkite Whelp. This thing's fine. Yeah, this thing gets things done. Nice dragon. 1 damage. It's minor, but it gets enough done. Luminous Bonds. Alright. What if, like, that white splash is more real? You can pick up the locket and make it real. I'll take Muse Drake. I actually like the card. Okay, white seems very open from the robots. They're not picking up much. Dawn of Hope. Oh, dear. So that's what you're handing me, huh? Yeah, mobilization. God, it's even competing with nothing other than some Boros cards, like a Sky Knight Legionnaire. Might actually want to swap over. Again, like, how much of the blue is... Perhaps trying to go into Izzet was a mistake. I really like this card. Let's give it a roll. Ooh, Errata. Alright. Etrata. Very, very cool assassin. Whenever you deal damage to a player, you exile a creature that player controls, and then if it's done it 3 times, they lose. Shuffle this card in your library. Wojak. Sky Knight. How does Wojak look for us? Pretty reasonable, honestly. Even without the Sky Knight, like, I think Wojak's safe. Sky Knight's real as hell, obviously. Drowned Secrets, which is the only real mill car in the set. Did Errata have an alternative win con on it? Yes. 3 hits and you win. It's a pretty cool one. This is a lot of Dimir. Powerful Takedown, Notion Rain, like... Those are really good Dimir cards. Sworn Companions, I think, is alright. I don't like... I'd be okay with Dazzling Lights and Drowned Secrets, but... This is also something... Ooh, there's that Spy Bug. Another Sonic Assault. Hammer Dropper. Pass Wall. Conclave Cavalier is part of that uncommon cycle, which is real damn powerful. The two color ones. This one is a worm coil engine, effectively. The others are just as, you know, kind of ridiculous. Let me keep picking up Sonic Assault. Justice Strike, huh? Oh, sorry, is it Guildgate? Justice Strike is being played in a lot of constructed decks. Specifically as Destroy Target Creature. Because it's Destroy Target Creature. Okay, alright. Boros it is, then. Alright, let's pick up, like, a Righteous Blow or a Take Heart or something like that. Another Sonic Assault. Ooh, I want this Boros Guildgate, actually. Sorry, Sonic Assault 3. Caller, Inspiring Unicorn, Garrison. Garrison, Not a lot of creatures with more health than strength. Yeah. Like, just in general in the game of Magic, something like 80 to 90% of creatures in the game die to Justice Strike, and something like 99% of creatures that get played die to Justice Strike. So, like, if we take a look at our deck, dies, doesn't die, dies, and some of our Drakes. So yeah, most of them just get rolled over. Guardian as well. Sure, I'll pick up a Blade Instructor. That actually seems powerful for what we've got going on. Hammer Dropper, alright. Healer's Hawk. And Guard. Alright. So, the trick here is that we have, like, this Boros deck, and I wonder how much of the actual, like, Izzet stuff we picked can fit in. Sadly, not the way you would want it to, Tallow. Trample is only on combat damage. Death Touch works the way you want it to. Like, because it deals damage to itself, so a 1 billion with Death Touch will die. But, like, Trample can only come from combat. So. Alright, so let's put in Healer's Hawk, Righteous Blows, Blade Instructor, the Bonds, the Rock. Put in Caller, the Culprit. And, like, a 10th District Guard. In red, we get Crater Maker, Steam Can, Sure Strike, Bodyguard, One Punch, Inverted Strike, Hammer Dropper, and... Is it worth... I don't think our Gargoyle's worth it with only 2. Is it worth splashing Sonic Assault? Where's my last 2 cards come from? Do I just play my other 10th District Guard and, like, probably the Boros Locket, to be honest. No, Counting Kittens. The blue does not look like it is taking any way in here. The Jeskai way will not be followed today. It looks like we're just going to be white and red, which is something I said from the beginning as a possibility, but really wanted to entertain the blue-red stuff. But we only saw these cards plus, like, a Watcher in the Mist. Like, there's not enough to actually get things going. Let's get the Guild Gates in there, and... what's our curve look like? I will not play the Gargoyle on 2-gate. My line is 4. I don't like that Gargoyle if it only has, like, if it isn't like a 5/5. 4/4 is like, I guess I'd play it, but I don't want to. Torch Courier? Torch Courier actually might be a reasonable one. It can do some weird things late where we can, like, drop the hammer, or we can Hellkite Whelp. Why not 4-gate Fiesta? Because when I wrote the title, I was thinking about StarCraft 2. And I played Protoss a lot when I played StarCraft 2. And the strategy that I ended up using in StarCraft 2 at the time was called the 4-gate. Really, Torch Courier has been a beating both on both sides of the table so far for me, Bulldozer. That's interesting to hear. Like, as a mentor target, it's really strong. As a way to just be like, if it becomes useless, you can get rid of it later to haste things. Every time I've seen it on the opposing side of the table, I've been like, oh dear, that's scary. And a lot of the times it becomes a 2/2 or a 3/3 pretty quickly. So, I'm willing to, I've only played it, I believe, once, so. Alright, let's see how this rolls. This is sort of a deck that feels like it was missing about a pack. We went into Izzet, and that didn't work out, so there's a lot of picks that we went that direction for that, you know, I think we passed up, like, on a Sky Knight Legionnaire and a couple other, like, good Boros cards. So, we'll see how this plays out. I'll be intrigued if we can, for the direction. I like the fact that we have Rock Charger. I like this hand a lot. Healing Hawk, removal, flying. Any mentor becomes just a beating with this. Yeah, I'm in. Yeah, it was definitely one Legionnaire we missed. Is there still no quick draft other than M19? I think it finally changed. I'll check after this match, but I think it finally changed. Which I'm so glad for, because I was just dead tired of M19. It's not like it was a bad format, it was just, it was the only draft format on this thing for so long. Oh, did they have their own Healer's Hawk? No. Quick draft is Rav. Well, if this one goes quickly, we might go into that one to finish. Okay. I like our evasive creatures, I like our tricks. I feel like we're missing one creature to pick up with Rock Charger. The best would be to draw, like, 4th land plus the Hammer Dropper. Oh my god. Okay, here it is. The best green, like, this Dragoon is so ridiculously powerful. 3/2, reach. When it comes into play, fight a flyer. This gets +X/+O before the fight, where X is the number of creatures in your grave. I've talked about it every time I've seen a Healer's Hawk that I wanted to harpoon it. It's such a good card. Now, if they have another one, we're, hyper dead, because they get to kill my Rock Charger. Very glad I had Terror for that. That would have been a very, very bad move, because this has Reach as well, and it would have blocked Rock Charger. Okay, they've got their own Healing Hawk. Oh, they're on 2. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna blast that. I want it out of the way. Okay, we need a threat. Our opponent is missing land drops, which means we need to be aggressive before they fix up and get a lot of cards going. And there's the fixing, so it's too late for that. So at this point, we just need a threat so that we can start... Like, I want to draw Wojek Bodyguard. I'll be completely honest. Wojek Bodyguard would be my favorite draw right now. Because that would be a 3-drop that flies very well, puts a very, very quick clock on my opponent, and, like, is very threatening. They kept a land with 1 land and flower, yes, which is reasonable, especially with Harpooner, because the Harpooner would have done a lot of work had we not had the kill spell. Shit. A 6/6 with hexproof. You can't cast non-creature spells. Pay 2, Null Tide Ferox loses all abilities till end of turn. Yo, we're gonna pacify the hell out of that, and then they're gonna be locked out of spells and abilities. Ooh, we need a 5th land for that. Hey, bud. So that'll be good. That might be the worst card in our deck right now. Gravitic Punch. That might just be the worst card in our deck flat. Not very unhappy with Gravitic Punch, thinking of our deck. We don't have a lot going on. That might just be better served as anything else. Alright, we've been life gaining a little bit, so we have a little bit of a cushion here. They can't play non-creatures unless they blank this, so all their spells are at +2. We have Caller the Culprit to kill anything else big they... Okay. Sucks, because that's a necessary pacifism. I wanted to pacify this, but, like, we can't just... We could have collared the Culprit that, but, like, that doesn't work. Okay, Unicorn. That's scary. Okay. Alright, so we can chump and kill the Unicorn. I think that's going to be our line. I mean, the card does have a drawback, which makes it one of my favorite types of Magic cards. A lot of Magic cards these days just don't have drawbacks anymore. It's, you know, sort of a thing that bothers me a lot, because there's just a lot of, like, look, this has, like, Doom Whisperer is probably the biggest, liker of that, where it's just, this card has a ton of text. And, like, none of it is negative. Okay. Okay, drawing a land for this. Wabba wabba. Our opponent doesn't need instants or sorceries. Beast Whisperer is a card you don't beat. Very strong Celestia deck. They've got a lot going. We needed more aggression under their poor mana early to be able to, like, have them beat here. A 3rd creature would have been just what we needed, but we did not have that. Okay, I'm gonna play this out for a while to see if our opponent is willing to show us more. But I do not believe they need to. They just all out me. Okay. Let's just take this. I don't want to show off the caller, the culprit. That's staying in. Okay. Beast Whisperer, Null Tide. We got some real big creatures coming our way. Don't like the punch. We don't need it. We don't have a lot for me to be able to bring in, though, is the problem. Like, perhaps just another aggressive creature, so that our creature count is a little better. But yeah, the only creature the punch is good on is Hammer Dropper. Every other creature that I could play it on is just not good enough. Alright. Let's make it roll. Slide in another 3 Justice Strikes. Oh yeah, you're right, that's what we need here. Again, that card is, like, there are literally in Standard right now, mono red decks that splash white off of, you know, Shocklands and such for Justice Strike because it allows you to play Terror, you know, Doomblade in your mono red deck. And, like, Justice Strike kills everything. Ooh, this is... okay. I'm in. Ha! Now, if they play Forest Dragoon, that would be very painful. Okay, so we get our Crater Maker. Onboard removal is always nice to have. Oh, well, okay, our opponent is literally just us at this point, like... a bit silly, honestly. Okay. Okay, so next turn is where I'm actually going to be using that Torch Courier. I'm going to be Torch Couriering to give Blade Instructor haste. And that should work out pretty nicely. Because we can give Rock's Charger +1/+1 counter, or we can give Healer's Hawk a +1/+1 counter. And if they want to trade with that, with the Charger, then that's fine with me. I'm leaving up the 1 for this Crater Maker, so that our opponent cannot play the Dragoon. Hey! Do they have a pump spell? They could just have a pump spell here, +2/+2. Nope. Okay, so I played this on 3. You saw me play this on 3 instead of Rock's Charger, instead of Blade Instructor. That specific line is exactly why I played that on 3. I wanted to make damn sure that, like, we got there. So how do I want to use Blade Instructor is the question. I don't like that it trades with Healing Hawk or Rock's Charger. I don't like that Rock's Charger is around to jump. I can give my own Rock's Charger +1/+1, but that doesn't do anything. An awkward position. Kind of wish this was Hammer Dropper instead, but... let's try and get our opponent to go on the aggressive with this Dissident, and then we can try to sneak by. I know that I'm playing the Blade Instructor instead of holding it, but I feel like that gives us more threat on the board here. Okay, the problem is that this Healer's Hawk just hangs back. Okay, luckily this doesn't mentor, that's fine by me. Now, do they have their, like, Ferocidon or whatever the hell is it time for? Okay, the ground is off limits, and also lifelinking a lot. Okay, Kingdom 4, well, that's an answer to the biggest issue. My question is, where do I want this Mentor counter? Do I want it on a Healing Hawk, or do I want it on Rock's Charger? Or Rock Charger? Putting it on a Healing Hawk would mean I'd have a 2/2 lifelinking threat. Putting it on Rock Charger means that our opponent just keeps making the same attacks, because this can pump to +4/+4 and we can't block it. I mean, that's okay, because then I can call her the culprit on it. Mentor the Healing Hawk. Okay, the obvious block. Horrible. Alright. So what do we have next? Yeah, this is toughness. Ooh, please make the mistake. Aww. Come on. Really wanted that there. Yeah, this is not Smite the Monstrous. As I've mentioned a couple times, I don't read cards, and this is a side of one of those cards that, like, I don't read, and I get, you know, if you don't read it, it doesn't work the way you think it does. I think Rock's Charger is gonna hang back. Okay, one card in hand, and it's just okay. So, right now, I just need... honestly, my own, like, making 2 1/1s would be good. Really sad that that wasn't on the Rock Charger. Hey, 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 hey! Alright, everybody. It's time to drop the hammer. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But also, our opponent's at 8. And this represents a lethal threat. They cannot attack with their flyer on the next turn. Wow, look at our opponent's mana base. That's nice. So, what did they top deck? That's the question. If they drew Flower, we know that's in their deck. Flower and Flourish is +2/+2 your team for 6. Exactly the mana they have. That could kill us. There are a number of cards that could kill us, but we're playing for the victory, not the not the backing down. The auto tapper did a great job. Yeah, auto tap is still bad. Turns out being able to threaten Justice Strike would go a long way on this turn. Now, can they attack with that Rock Charger? I don't think they can. Alright, and they don't think they can either. That's good. Okay. Now, can I pump your Rock Charger? I just want to pump it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Attack all out. This gets blocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes Lava Axe does 6 damage. You need a dragon. Perfect. Ha ha! Oh god, our opponent has a really good deck. I'm very scared of what our opponent has. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let my opponent untap to, like, win there. Like, yeah, you know, untap and then, like, life gain on me for somehow. I don't know how, but life finds a way. There's a giant growth that gains you life. Alright. We are on the draw. Well, this one's a pretty easy mulligan for us. We can only play the Torch Courier, and we have no real follow-up to that. Easy mulligan. This hand sucks real hard. Poof, God, this is playing to the top of the deck. I don't like going to 5, though. Okay. So here's the problem. There's an 80% that this dies on 2. Alright. I cannot afford to wait on 3, though, for this, because if we draw something like Wojak, I would be incredibly remiss to hold back on that. What could kill it? Oh, you've missed the first 2 games. There's a very, very powerful 2-mana 3/2 that just kills it for free, that our opponent has shown in both game 1 and 2. Okay. That will not kill it, merely delay it, which I am fine with. This card is fine. I don't really mind seeing it on the other side of the table. Sure, no blocks there. That means they must have another play post that would deal with the Hawk, because you don't make that play without... Because there's no point in that attack if I can attack back, right? Like, there is no point in that. Interesting. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because I just heal that back. Okay, I like Call of the Culprit. If we want to get rid of that, we can get rid of that. Got 5 cards in hand. What have we got? What could we be dealing with? Their Flower and Flourish is in the yard. That's already used. The fact that they used it tells me that their hand was, like, either needing fixing or needing lands. Which is interesting. They must have either had like a powerful 5, because right now it doesn't look like they need lands. Their way to drop the hammer better. That unicorn can beat down, but if they beat down for 5, I think I will just take it. Interesting. Gainful of life, huh? That's pretty good. I don't think I'm going to mess around. I think I'm going to collar the culprit right now and attack in. Let's get the mentor going as quick as possible, and as often as possible. Yeah, that's toughness, not power. And the mentor will give our hawk a +1/+1 counter so it doesn't die of the recluse and gains us some life. So we can get down unicorn or just use blaze next turn. Okay, 6th land is tapped. Do they have another Convoke thing? Is that what their top end here is? Damn, that sucks. Alright, that thing's huge. And their own hawk. Damn, this thing is very powerful. Again, I've mentioned it every time it comes up, but Conclave Cavalier is just a beating. Okay, just attack for 3. It's fine. The Dawn of Hope, huh? Yeah, I'm thinking if I want to play the unicorn this turn or if I want to make a 1/1 creature. Getting the unicorn down might be a necessity soon. Obviously, the Dawn's being played. That's not a question. I'm gonna play the unicorn this turn. So 2 cards left in hand. One was their top deck, and their other was something they were holding before. Whenever you gain life, pay... Like, it's just whenever you have the act of gaining life, pay 2 to draw 1 card 1 time. It is not like... It triggers once off of the act of gaining the life, not like pay 4 to draw 2 or anything like that. Shit! Okay, +1/+1 in vigilance. That's a bit of an annoyance. I want that unicorn very dead. Do I double block it? Is that worth it? Hammer Dropper doesn't do anything if this is off. God, I don't like this. But we're getting Lifelinkers back. That's one hell of a beating. Okay, and we obviously can't pay any life, so that's fine. Hellkite Whelp. I actually want that Hellkite Whelp in play. I can pick off the Healer's Hawk. So I'll block Vigor's Foreworm with Hammer Dropper. That's okay. Hellkite Whelp will take out Healer's Hawk. And then we can start gaining our life back through our own Healer's Hawk, plus tokens to block with. Okay, the Rock's Charger. That means I can't attack with Healing Hawk. Oh, it means I can attack with Healer's Hawk. Okay. So this does 1 damage to a creature defending player controls. Kill the Hawk. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this kill here. I'm gonna decline the card draw at the moment. Because I want to use my mana to use Dawn of Hope. Opponent's top decking, but we have, like, Dawn of Hope in play, which means a lot. So deal damage to the Hitchclaw Recluse, which means it can only block the Healer's Hawk. And then let's go ahead and pay our 2 to draw a card since we gained life. Sweet. More mana is kind of what we want. We want to be able to use this Dawn of Hope more and more and more as time goes on, so... And we have a clock. We have Inescapable Blaze plus Hellkites. Ah, okay. Okay, after this turn, I do not need to block that Cavalier any longer, and will not chump it like that any longer. Okay. Yeah, and continuing the attack. We only need 2 more hits like this to victory. So let's go ahead and draw our card. Ooh, nice! Unnecessary, but very nice. We can use it on the Hitchclaw Recluse if we want. But I don't actually see a threat we need to kill here. So... let's spam it back. This is... okay. And because I have the 2, I am willing to chump block here because it'll draw me a card. So they pump their Devarkin Dissident. And we get to draw a card. Seriously, Dawn of Hope is like the long game winner. When I can't stress how powerful that feels the longer the game goes, you know? Nah, Dawn of Hope is exactly what it is. We need to be on a very low, like, you know, we need to be on a super long game for it to do anything. It's a mobilization that costs 4 to activate. But it's a mobilization. So, it gets things done very well. Oh, hey there. It's our friend, the runaway Steamkin. Alright, one last card in hand. Let's go ahead and finish our opponent off here. Yeah, and we bop the Recluse. They block the Healing Hawk. We deal them 3 damage. And then we fire a Hadouken. Oh, I'm sorry. Then we fire a Hadouken at our opponent's face. Perfect. I am very glad that we were able to take victory out of those games. One of them kind of more of a stolen with the first Hadouken, and the second one just a long, grindy game where I didn't feel like we had it, which is great. And I wanted to check one thing that somebody had asked me. What is the current quick draft? The quick draft is Guilds of Ravnica. It's right here. So, yeah. Alright, let's jump in and see if we can have this continue in our favor. Yeah, the quick draft is the one you can enter with 5,000 with gold. Meaning, you know, if you're interested in playing draft format, it's the format you can play without inputting money. From winning it, you end up getting the little gems, and then you can spend the gems on other things. Oh, that's an old problem coming back. How weird. They must have broke everything earlier this week when they broke the network. Metal Mario. Dun 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 dun. Boom dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Anyway, take the obvious mulligan. Not happy with the hand. Okay, Locket's really good here, honestly. Okay. Our opponent is going to have a lot of Surveil. So, I've read a lot of things, people talking about this format. One of the common things I've heard about, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that you had to cast an Archamoeba. But the thing I was thinking, a lot of what I have read people mention about the draft format with the robots is that the robots basically don't know how to value Dimir at all. Like, they just can't do it. So a lot of the Dimir cards go much later than they should on the robot draft. Again, what I've heard. I've not seen that as much, but it is the rumor as rumors tend to go. Alright, so there's no way I attack into this. 90% my opponent's holding the 3-2 with Surveil. They actually have a window of casting spells. There's the 3-2 Surveil. Like, specifically when I cast that, there was a pause, which tells me my opponent has something. You can fake that, but the number of players on Magic Arena that fake that is, like, a margin of error. Alright, they threw Hired Poisoner in the yard. I guess because we have Rock's Charger, they don't really care about, you know, Death Touch on the ground. What's that gonna do, yeah? So they can't attack with Narcomoeba. They can attack with Whisper Agent. That's fine. We can afford a little bit of life. Whisper Agent is a strong card. Ooh, Pitiless Gorgon. Alright, sure. Okay. I do not see getting it for damage being advantageous enough at this stage. I can get in for one, but the crackback I take back is a little too high. I don't like it. Opponent missed a land drop. They were digging for it. Dangerous, I suppose. Alright, let's see what they've got. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot that first strike damage had a phase. I'm sitting here thinking my opponent's like thinking about plays. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oops. Yeah, apologies for that. Okay. I'm gonna pass it back. No 3. Oh, they must have a dead weight, right? Okay. Alright, I need to be aggressive here. They don't have any plays. Crack it. Let's just go. Why? Very glad I didn't get owned by auto tap there. But yeah, we definitely need aggression here. Our opponent, again, is missing land drops continuously. Okay. That'll get things going. No, my blaze! Ah, fine. Learn my lesson not to trust the auto tappers from the old Microsoft Magic game. Here's the problem. The, like, way I want to play this game, which is swiftly, wants me to be using the auto tapper. I just cannot stand how slow it is when you're just playing on a normal pace. So I'm gonna kill this shade, right? That's 2 to activate. Let's get this the hell off the board before anything happens. Cannot believe they got around the inescapable blaze. Now we can't afford life payment. Okay. Yeah, like, if I have to manually tap spells, it adds so much time to a game, and I don't, like, I just do not want that part of it. Yeah, sure. Come on in. I'm just gonna, like, Luminous Bonds your play, unless you got something super real. At this point, I don't need to, like, make tokens to block. I want to make tokens to be aggressive. They killing my Rock's Charger? Yes, they could do that. What's their 4 look like? My best hope would be just like oh, alright, yeah, like 3/3 flying hexproof death touch is their best play. Clearly. Zoop. Alright, I'm gonna take a card draw here. Because, yeah, and I could take actually... Yeah, let's take the second card draw here. Because 2 different sources of life gain. Alright. Tap out for Deadly Visit, sure. We have a 45-second time limit on phases, I'm pretty sure. Not really. You effectively have infinite time. Each one of these timeouts gives you another 30 seconds. We've got 2 each, so you can take it, like... And that's between every action or click of, like, a button most of the time. Like, any forward progress action, for the most part, pushes you forward, with the exception of, like, we did the Storm deck, and we saw the Storm deck, you know, kind of play out in that way. Sure. So let's take our draw, decline, decline. Oh! This is still in my main deck, huh? Alright. Okay. I guess Hadoken is an option. We're not actually bleeding to death, is the thing. Like, our opponent is dealing 3 damage to us and we're lifelinking 3-4 next turn, so... I'm not going to allow this through, just in case. I don't want to give my opponent the ability to kill us. Nice! That kills your board, too, is the problem. And we still get the hammer drop. Alright, so there's an easy test to see if our opponent has a trick. Oh look, they had a trick! Yeah, because if I went for the Gravitic Punch, that's a very easy way to lose, because that's a sorcery. And the Gravitic Punch costs 4, so we can't cast it twice here. So, our opponent did leave up the exact things they needed to stop that from happening. Yeah, our opponent actually has a strong Surveil deck. Narcomoeba, Demir's Spybug, Thoughtbound Phantasm, and a lot of strong surveilling cards. Mephitic Vapors, Wisconsin Crab. Oh dear, are you all ready to arrest Wisconsin Crab? I'm sorry. Those are illegal. No! 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 No. I couldn't arrest the crab. I can't believe, like, the crab got away from the long arm of the law. Alright, do we want to move out Gravitic Punch? It was obviously fine in that game as a finisher, but as we saw, our opponent also has a lot of cards that interact with it and could make it very dead, which is not something I want to be having in the deck. Yeah, illegal crabs. Nothing you can really do about it. I don't really see anything I want in the main is the problem here. Like, if I move that out and bring in a 10th District Guard, maybe that's alright. But, like, there's not a lot in the main that I'm actually happy putting in. Locksmith might be alright if they have Surveil the Bones. 2-1 Simo aggressively fine against our opponent. So that's a nice place to be. They don't have anything that invert kills, so... let's roll it back. I could swap that out for a lawbreaker, for a locksmith, but we haven't seen any reason to need a locksmith against our opponent. They aren't playing. Okay. Yeah, I'm in. This is just dumb enough to work. I'm not running it into the 3-2. I'm not doing it. So we're both off color. They're off black, we're off white. We're also off third land. White mana will get us everything we need. Righteous Blow to deal with the Whisper. Now I guess I can just Crater make it if it need be. Can you invert your own creatures? Yeah, you can invert any creature. Alright, I'm gonna Crater make. Again, they didn't have the pause there, so I thought that they did not have another Whisper. Hey! Everything's fixed up. So another red spell gives us the Runaway Steamkin on, and Runaway Steamkin on gives us Inescapable Blaze just flat. Use Drake. Good card, good blocker. Okay, another white source. Am I willing to just Righteous Blow plus... The kind of brief pause is such a problem in these computer games, always gives away potential answers. Yeah, like, well, the thing is, like, you can fake it, but nobody does in this client. Nobody does. Like, that's just not something anybody ever does in this client. Again, as we've mentioned earlier, you're playing this, your arena is kind of meant to be played fast. Because, like, I can do this. And make it look like I have a card at every moment. You know, even though I don't have anything there, I can fake it. Alright, so hitting our opponent down to 6 will be great, because they'll die to Blaze. We just need to draw, the 6th land before they decide to rip my hand to shreds, right? So, we just need one untapped land and we immediately win, but if they have Thought Erasure, then they can survive. Their best play here would be Thought Erasure plus -1/-1 your team. At that point, we would be out of burn and out of real good ways to get around things. Ooh! Yes! The criminal crab. Take him in, boys! Oh my god. Alright, Gravitic Punch acts as a second type of win condition in a world like that. Again, the punch only goes face. God, is the punch 18th land? Is that what it wants to be? Probably not. That seems unreal. What it should be is another aggressive creature. There's that Thought Erasure. So there goes that. So they know we have the punch. They've got 4 cards left in hand. Hi, Nightville Predator. Could force the block. Force the block. They might, if they have the -1/-1 our team, we're in a very bad way. I think they have a way to kill Blade Instructor. Okay, Crawl Swarm. You can't really attack anymore then. Yeah, okay. So attacking is effectively off limits now. So punch for 3 is on the table. Alright. Punch for 3. They've got a lot of flying power. They've got the Dimir Spybug that gets really big, really quick. But they need to kill Blade Instructor or they lose. And then Wojek Bodyguard comes down and acts as a fake one. Also, Gravitic Punch in the yard is a lot harder to interact with. Only Blood Operative could do it. Really? Are you -1/-1-ing? This might be a -1/-1 the team. Nope, Thought-Bound Phantasm. Play your final card. Yes! Thank you. I'm very happy they played their final card, because that means they can't have Bounce Spell. Alright, well thank you, Gravitic Punch. You did your job. Yeah. Sometimes Gravitic Punch is a Lava Axe? Sometimes Gravitic Punch is a Lava Axe. I think they're legit. I have no reason to suspect that they had any ill will against me. I'm not going to ever assume that of a player unpronounced. Why, you know... Sometimes a thing will happen and I can make that assumption, but not unprovoked. Jumpstart seems like a nice sort of fixed flashback. I like it. The problem with it is that they kind of, like, all of the cards with Jumpstart, with some very, very minor exceptions, are very overcosted. Ooh, hell yeah. This hand looks familiar to me. Okay, I'm all the 6. Like, Gravitic Punch is a little too expensive for what it actually does. And a lot of the other ones are, no, we are Jaya Ballard. A character from the old times. Right, I suppose it's not a problem with the mechanics so much as the cards it's on. Yeah, so what it was that... Oh, wow. Specifically, they spent a lot of their dev time with Is It trying to recreate or reuse Splice. Splice onto instant or sorcery rather than arcane. But came to the conclusion, and by the end, that that was too powerful, and had to kind of panic mode, make a new mechanic. So Jumpstart was what they went with. To help? The timeline wasn't fully confirmed, but they did talk about how they tried to do Splice and such. That was confirmed. You know, if our opponent just plays Spy Bugs, all they are 1/1 flyers with no text, so I'm fine with that. God damn it! Ah! You can't kill it! Can't touch it! It's untouchable! Night Veil Predator, it's so good. This entire cycle's so strong. Any way around it? Not really. I need Sure Strike. Yeah, Hexproof Flying Death Touch is a hell of a set of keywords. Yeah, the Celestia Centaur that is just, when a centaur dies, it becomes a horse and a human or something like that. Is, I guess, how that works. Or, like, the back half of the horse and the front half. Okay, I can't say I'm certain how that works out. Let's be real. But yeah, so the others in the cycle, the green-black one is seeing a lot of standard play. Golgari Findkeeper, which is a 3/4 almost Eternal Witness for 4. The Boros one is a strong one with Mentor and returning damage to the opponent's face. You are correct, Horrible. Board wipes don't target, so this would die to, like, board wipes of, like, the true nature, but not, like, you know, -1/-1 your team isn't enough to kill it. You know. So they have this combo and attack Surveil 1, and then Surveil gets +1/+1 counter. Don't really know how we're getting through this. I'm gonna try and get this thing arrested. I think that's how we're gonna win. We arrest the Dimir Spybug, and then we, like, kill our opponent in some manner. So here's the thing about Surveil, is you'll sit here and you'll see, like, there's all these Surveil things. They want you to Surveil. That's the payoff for Surveil. No. The real payoff for Surveil is the fact that our opponent is going to be drawing live on top of all this. Whereas we could be drawing any random card in our deck. Our opponent just looked at the top card of their deck and said, these cards are fine, and kept it. So, not a lot that can be done about that. God. No, that was the Spybug we killed earlier. With the, Righteous Blow. The Island is one of the cards they gave up, though. I like having the Healing Hawk. That's nice. Deadweight? Wow. Wabba wabba. 5 mana kill spells. And then they get a Surveil, which again, it lets them fix the top of their deck to draw another very strong card. And that's the that is the payoff for the Surveil's this, but the again, you know, they got rid of 2 lands. That's 2 lands they're not drawing. Alright, we do wait for the attacks here to see how much they commit to this. Maybe the Nightveil Predator comes in. Okay. So from here, let's go ahead and arrest the spy bug. It's done too much spying. Surveil's like better scry 95% of the time. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, and there's another swamp off the top of their deck. Like, obviously, when your deck is 5 cards, like, sure, but, like, that's the outside chance. You have a lot more cards that are likely to do something in your graveyard, rather than like you wanting it on the bottom of the deck, whereas the bottom of the deck is just nothing. Okay. It's fine. So I can kill this Nightveil Sprite. So they surveilled 3 cards off the top, so they didn't leave a card on top. But that's 3 lands they worked through, right? Like, so they're not... I think it's more like 99% of the time. Yeah. Again, you can see it in Limited. I've seen Dimir decks that don't play things like Dowser and Lights, don't play don't have Nightveil Predator, but like don't play big creatures, and therefore like are just playing a lot of these value town creatures that don't do a lot. You know, the Nightveil Sprite, and then they run out of cards in their deck because they're digging, looking for the win con that doesn't exist. Yeah, blue has Jumpstart in this set, which cares about the graveyard. Like, there's a lot of reasons to care about the... Alright, let's just blast this out of the way. This can't be countered. So another red spell would be nice for us. That would give us our full runaway. In Standard, I'm not aware that there's enough to punish Surveilling. No, like, 60 card world, I don't think you're ever getting, like, punished, as it were. 3 cards in hand, huh? I don't like that. They probably have some pretty active plays here. A Watcher in the Mists would be probably one of the ones that would be the most annoying. Nothing, huh? They must have something. I could have hasted the Blade Instructor here. But I'm scared of that card in hand. I want to see it before I commit more here. Okay, they want my lifelink. What is this? They have a kill spell for Steam Runaway? Okay, bounce it. Sure, that'll do. It's more Surveil. I'm assuming Dimir doesn't have a mill theme in this set. You are correct. There are exactly 2 cards in Dimir that in any way do any milling, and one of them is incidental on its effect and is not the main focus of it. There's only 1 real mill card in the entire set. It's a 2-mana enchantment that sucks real bad. Blue 1, whenever you cast a blue spell, target player mills 2. The other one, Thief of Hope. Night Thief, It's a 2/2 flyer that when it hits your opponent, like, look at the top 3, exile 1, mill the other 2. Sure, I don't have a hand. I don't care about that. Sweet. Wait, our opponent's in that sort of scenario where they need to... Ooh! Thief of Sanity. I keep thinking Thief of Hope. So Disinformation Campaign is the ultimate in Surveil technology. Problem is, like... What do you have in hand that you can make that attack? You're on 5. How? What? What are you holding? Another bounce? Like, You're dead on board. Oh. A concession, then. Interesting. I don't understand the attack there. Like, our opponent is at 5. Doing all this surveil nonsense, gets them nowhere. They must not have done the math before that attack. That would be my assumption. Because, like, they take 6. I'm not going to show them Sun Home Stalwart. I'm just going to kill them. Perfect. A victory's a victory's a victory. I did not expect to come out of that one alive and winning. I'll be very honest with you. I thought that one was about a 5% to win a long time ago. Very, very interesting. Yeah, it seemed very bleak. I did not expect that. All right, let's run it back. I really wonder what they changed with the network. Maybe I'll call them and see at some point. But yeah, that's sort of the... Oh, they're chased now. Poof. Magic trick. It was illusion the whole time. I wonder if that's literally just random. And now they're... Oh, Sadly, another mulligan for us. This one is just not capable in any way possible. I love the curve on it of 1, 2, 3, but, obviously you're going to love a 7-card hand. That's the secret of a 7-card hand, is that you're probably going to love a 7-card hand because it's 7 cards. We're on the draw. 3 steps to draw a second land. Second land is 10th district card. Third land is Rock Charger. We're 16 in 34. This is a dangerous keep. I'm well aware of it. Yep. That's fine. Enhanced surveillance. Ooh, our opponent is on a danger keep as well. I like that. They've enhanced surveillance to try to get out of it, but they don't have any surveil. Unless they have a bounce here. They might bounce to surveil 3. Nope, okay. Okay, there's their second color and a third land. That gives them a lot of power. Darkblade Agent. Yep, Darkblade Agent is a good one. Let's attack. If they don't block, we play the 10th District Guard. If they do block, we sure strike it and just kill it outright. I don't want that on the board. Especially since Sure Strike gets us our an extra point here. No, there's no point in getting that Dawn down. That's the last card I would want to play. I want to play the Guard before that. I guess I could draw cards off the Hawk, but I absolutely positively want more, cards on the board first. We only have 2 mana. Okay. They've had this enhanced surveillance, but haven't done anything with it. This card is on the one hand, it's a way to like surveil your entire deck away and lose, but it has the shuffle in to sidestep that as well. So that gives them Surveil 3, by the way. We get an additional 2 cards every time you Surveil. So they get to tear a card out of her hand. Maybe Dawn of Hope, maybe Inspiring Unicorn, whatever they think they're more afraid of. I think if I were them, I would actually go for the Dawn of Hope. Interesting. But the Unicorn has this problem of if they don't actually have a way to stop it in their hand, it could be very dangerous very quickly. So the thought process here is very likely our opponent does not have an immediate answer to a Unicorn. You know, no dead weight, no anything like that. So, no mills! They surveilled 3 and kept them on top. I don't know if any actual, like, choice there could have been scarier. Interesting. AMC Subtle, this is match 3? You missed the draft in a couple matches. We're at about an hour and a half. Yeah, mono white card draw is real. Really? I heavily disagree with that attack. Well, I'm gonna play the Hammer Dropper because that's a hell of a Rocks Charger thing and it gets me a Steamkin activation. Our opponent has done some very odd plays with the Night Veil Predator. I don't know if they have accurately determined them, like, who the beatdown is in this matchup. Or maybe they have, because the Dawn of Hope says they're not winning a super long game. So we'll decline this. Next turn, we're attacking for near lethal. In, like, Hammer Dropper, put on a Healer's Hawk, or something like that. Or they hang back that Night Veil Predator and don't let us do that, but... Okay, 5 mana kill spell on it. A+, I'm in. Like, we're at 21. They have a 3-turn clock on board, but that's not a real 3-turn clock. Because, like, I can Dawn of Hope block this at any point. So, Deadly Visit, Surveil 4. They got rid of Bones. Eat the Bones, eat the Bones, eat the Bones. Wow, I think they got rid of all 4 cards there. Alright. Is there any equipment on the set you can slap on the Night Veil? There's 1 piece of equipment in the entire set. And it gives it Menace, Vigilance, and plus, 1+0 for each gate you control. Alright, I'm just gonna Dawn of Hope here for the next couple turns then. Yeah, the Glaive. I can Dawn of Hope for a while. Even though they call that a glaive, it is extremely a sword. Oh, yes, absolutely. Surveilling. Like they've got to have live cards in their hand. Ah, Turat, I don't like it here in Clinton. Yeah. Okay. Again, I would love for my opponent to decide they are aggression. Alright. Ooh, this is nice. So they obviously have some sort of instance. No attacks. But now we have enough lands to Dawn of Hope plus activation. Seriously, pass on 5, nothing? Ah, the notion. Ooh, please take some damage. Surveil 4, draw 2, take 2 damage. Talk about digging. Okay, 7 cards in grave. That is digging 6 cards. 4C, that is. Oh my goodness. Dig, dig, dig. Okay, and they put 2 cards in the grave, so they chose 2 cards to draw. Dimir Spybug. I want to see them mill out. The thing is, with this, they can exile it to shuffle their graveyard into their library, so they're not going to lose as long as they, you know, have the surveillance. You don't have to dump, it's just top or back. Like, you can choose whatever order you want. Again, it's basically better scry. Huh. I'm gonna get a board going and then try to win next turn with Gravitic Punch. Like, if I could hit them for 2 damage on this board, Punch is lethal. So, we're gonna make it so they have to take some sort of action. Like, put our opponent to 6 seems real. Steam Kid maxes out at 4/4, yes. Another Spybug, sure. I'm fine with a 1/1 with no text. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. Okay. Attack with anything, please. Hmm. Three attackers in the air is not enough. I can only get through for 2. I can force that Dimir Spybug. Again, they can shuffle their grave into their library. Their deck size does not matter. It's 13, but they can shuffle their grave into their library. Time is on our side. Our opponent can't make any aggressive lines. Okay. Time is still on our side, but maybe a little less so. Surveil 4 on that. The spy bugs are going to become 3/3s. They still can't really attack in the air with much, or else they lose to Rock Charger. Yep. Because the Rock Charger... Nine and... Oh, wow. They surveilled almost everything into the grave there. Look at all those lands they got rid of. I would love it if they attacked with one Dimir spy bug here so I could Righteous Blow it. That'd be the hope. Sure, wall. The bugs were 1/1s, or were 2/2s. Okay, no attacks. Yeah, and our opponent cannot make many aggressive overtures as long as Rock Charger is still around. They need, like, destroy target creature surveil. What do you want from me, bud? I think this looks just fine, Calcium. Again, our opponent can't make much for aggressive plays in the world that they're in. They die to any creature. That's a horrible tap, by the way. Don't like that at all. Because the longer this goes on, the closer I get to 8th land, and 8th land gives me double activation. So now we'll have double activation every turn from this point on. Okay. Okay, so they kept a card on top. Yeah, Dawn of Hope is very much doing a lot of work here. Okay, our opponent is trying to get us in 2 turns, right? Like, they're trying to set up a 2-turn kill, but they're not quite there yet. Please attack with anything other than those Dimir spy bugs. I believe that would be a mistake. Hell, I believe this attack is a mistake, but that's just me. Okay, 13. Another flyer. Ooh, that's a very strong one, too. Tapped out all their blue. That's dumb. Thanks, auto tap. So I want to talk about the power of Surveil. Our opponent has not drawn a land since their 5th land. They have specifically been able to just choose not to draw lands for that long. Ooh, okay. So the first time you surveil in a turn, drain life for 1. I believe we only have 1 turn left in this game. These have menace as well. So I believe I know how we have to win this game. We've got 3 draws for it. We need the beacon. Or we need our blasters online. So we get 2 draws, and we have enough mana for it as well. So first, this is what the surveil engine looks like when it goes off. Okay. And this is what draws look like when you don't surveil for every turn. Sadly, that's going to carry them to the victory on this one. So yeah, the Dimir Spybugs were able to pull it out. The -1/-1 on the team kind of pulled the rug out from under us. Anyway, we get a game 3 though, which is nice. But yeah, I talk about this a lot. Again, like you're like, oh wow, Surveil gets them this. No, this is what Surveil gets them. This is what Surveil does. Alright, moving to 3. Do I have anything else that would be more effective for getting through against them? I actually think the Locksmith now is more relevant as a 2, especially over the District Guard. Because our opponent showed Wall of Mist and 2 Wall of Bones, so we can walk through them with that Locksmith. Hey, Jace. How you doing? Okay. I'll keep this. Fairly aggressive start with some minor creatures. And I'm actually more interested in playing Dawn of Hope right now. For card draw. Yeah, our opponent seems to be shifting between different things. So I could play the Locksmith, but I very much like drawing some additional cards right now. Force our opponent to have the -1/-1 Surveil too. And I wanted to get this out of there because of, like, Dawn of Hope, so it couldn't be thought erasured. I feel in a very good position right now. Dawn of Hope plus some life linking in play. They got rid of my Righteous Blow. Means they must not care too much about the Locksmith. Maybe they already do have... Oh my goodness, they missed the land drop. Okay. I understand. Okay. I'm gonna play the Locksmith. They put a card in their yard, which means they're digging for the land. They don't have it. If they get their third land, I likely assume a -1/-1 is coming down. We have Bizarro Warlock Hero Power. Pay 2 and gain life to draw. Yes. It's very... This card, again, is do they have the -1/-1 in the team? They basically need it, I believe. Okay, Mephitic Vampires, you do. I considered not playing the Goblin there to try to play around that, but I also thought that it was better off for us being aggressive against a player who missed a land drop. Okay, no cards. They liked what they saw. We're just gonna make a 1/1. Okay, they're finding their lands. A lot of cards in hand. We have Caller the Culprit and Justice Strike for big things. Okay. They might flash in a 3/2. Yep. Which I'm willing to give justice. And then because I cannot play the Unicorn, I will draw cards instead. We don't have the power of Surveil, so we need to be drawing cards to match their card quality, is kind of how this is going to work. The more we draw, the more lands we have. The more lands we have, the better we are at being able to get things going with the Dawn of Hope. The better the Dawn of Hope is, the more chance we have of winning this game against an opponent with still a 7-card hand. Wall of Mist in the yard and draw 1. Alright. Hey, Spybug. That's a dangerous card for certain. Ooh. I like the Hellkite Whelp. That's well enough a threat. That might be worth, like, the destroy target creature Surveil too. Bulldozer, my dude, that game was 10 minutes ago. You want to go Monday night quarterback it, or Monday morning quarterback it. Like, come on. Monday night quarterbacking is a completely different thing, where you actually get to be an Aaron Rodgers. Sure, Dowser Lights. Our opponent has been very much on, like, odd attacks. Like, our opponent made that attack earlier in game 1 that lost them the game flat. So I'm going this way because I want Inspiring Unicorn on the board. I feel like if my opponent has a kill spell, it'll be 5 mana and destroy one of the two. Sure, if you want to Thought Erasure my Sure Strike, I'm okay with that. A little sad, but I'm okay with it. Opponent's at 8. Yeah, fine by me. I guess I'm okay sacking my lifelink token because I can make 2 next turn. Again, that is incredibly aggressive. Not attacking with the unicorn because I don't want to get that into danger when I have token generation in play. Is that Spybug still coming in? Is Plaguecrafter coming in? Like, are there attacks happening here? That don't make any sense. Okay. Why not both? We got a lot of mana. Okay, they have a response. See, there was a pause there. They definitely have some sort of play, maybe a bounce. Let's try and kill that Spybug. Bounce a token, surveil? Bounce a token, surveil, okay. Then they'll block the Hellkite Whelp with the 4/4 Dimir Spybug. Which is fine. We'll draw a card, we'll make 2 tokens, then keep going from here. Oh. Ahem. Alright, 2,300 gold and a Eldest Reborn. Sweet. Alright, we're 3-0. Oh, goodness. We are still moving. Still rolling. Still reeling. I'm very surprised at the victory on the match there. Mostly because of the game 1. Game 2, like we didn't have enough time, really, to build up the board we wanted. Basically, the main problem in Game 2 was a lack of double activation on our Dawn for a little too long to be able to actually threaten lethal to our opponent. Hell yes! Oh, dear. I don't care that I'm off a color. Like, these two, plus Blade Instructor? Oh, dear. Stunhome Stalwart is a very, very, very tough mentor because at its first strike, it can walk into traps. Oh, and we have Wodrick. Oh, my goodness. This is so good. So let's get down the Stalwart. They have a shock? They might have a shock here. Okay, a little more than a shock, I suppose. That's fine by me. Alright, let's get, Wodrick Bodyguard down. The idea here is that the Bodyguard will put our opponent into a bit of a sense of security, like, they cannot attack, and then Torch Courier will allow us to solve that problem immediately. In fact, And then one hand washes the other, and we get a rock charger. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. You take that block, it's free. That's a free block. It's free land, Jim. It's a free house. The land is free! Alright, so they got the hammer dropper, which is nice. We have lethal as the thing. Like, if they leave just block, like, they have some problems right now in that they have to, you know, not die to my 9 points of damage. Alright, I would love to be able to play... My opponent actually is in full control mode. That wasn't automatic. Interesting. Like, that should have been an automatic action, but that was in full control for some way. The land is free! That's free real estate! Alright, this one has a pretty obvious attack. Let me jump the blade instructor, force the chump block on the Wojek, don't lose anything. Put our opponent down to near death. And then, I guess the only route I can see for them to win is land Wrath, right? Like... Okay, that was the power of, like, Mentor. I love this bodyguard. It's one of my favorite cards. Like, I feel like it's a very, very powerful, creature. I loved Ember Beast as a creature from Gatecrash. Like Ember Beast -1 toughness, but plus Mentor? Whoo. I have no idea what you mean by that. What do you mean? Maybe someday I'll understand that. Not that. Sorry, a different thing. My mind is on a different direction. Yeah, Dominaria Pegasus should be uncommon. Yeah! It was a common the last 2 sets, and, my goodness. Alright, so what do we got this time? Do we get to play my 2/2 that dies to Hella removal? Hella removal's real. Oh, boy. Oh, dear. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. Apologies, I am just not familiar with them. I don't have a lot. I haven't had a chance to catch them, mostly because when they were going on, I didn't want to watch the story thing because I was going to stream it a day later. So, yeah, I hope they were you enjoyed them though. Oh shit! Oh no! Ruh-roh. Oh, Justice, huh? Yeah, Justice gets things done pretty quick here. I need I'm... Okay, nobody tell the Pilgrim. Don't tell them. Just don't. Shh. It's fine. shit, they found out! Uh-oh! Okay, we need a white source to be able to righteous blow to not die next turn. Defense was an option there, but I didn't like it. Mostly because their team flies. Like, defense doesn't do anything there. Yikes, alright. Because, like, this flies, what good does it do to hold back a torch courier? Okay, a white source for Rock Charger would be very nice. I'll take that, though. I'm gonna force them to use the Skyline Scout. Oh shit, no, I'm gonna die! Because I can't block. Blocking is fake anyway. Alright, so that's lethal. Let's move on to 3. So that, again, that's the other side of the coin. I knew that was a risky keeping it, and I only kept it because I was on the draw there. But a risky keep, indeed, at the end of the day, does have a risk of failure. But the reason I kept that was the liking of the runaway Steamkin. So alright. Kinda, again, I want to be able to mentor with that 2-2. I don't think we've got to yet. The first striker. The first striker is so good. I cannot, like, stress how good a first strike bear mentor is. Like, especially when we have multiple 3-power mentor creatures. Like, we have a lot of ways to make that happen, get it bigger. And a lot of things it can mentor onto, like the rock, the 1/1 flyer, the little torchy goblin, 1/1 tokens that we have a billion of. Sure, I'm in. This looks like some removal and crater maker and like flying in. Ooh, they're on the mulligan. That's hopefully they're not too deep on the mulligan. Okay, Scribe Bottom implies chasing. I'm playing the guard here because I want the Crater Maker as a secret. There's that darn chime that sounds like a doorbell out near. Is there like a sound that's happening in the game? I'm sorry, that sucks. Okay. So we get the beat down here. We got 5 a turn, 3 turns to win it. They're still off white. That's a little tragic. They have a play though. There's a thing happening. Oh my goodness. Okay, response, sure. That makes sense to get rid of the flying threat. Still off white. That's part of the mulligan, I suppose. Ooh, and a Sworn Companion. So we get to attack for 9 and then punch kills them. Blasted! Thanks, Punch. Not that we needed that. Like, we play Sworn Companions and we win next turn. The punches are effectively irrelevant in that game state. Our opponent lost when they failed to draw a white source on turn 3 or 4. Alright. The unicorn should have punched. I didn't want to. I wanted to punch with the least effect, like the creature that if they had a kill spell, I was willing to lose the most. That's why I chose to punch with the middle creature. Even at the end, when it's like a near guaranteed victory, like my gut just tells me like, nah, just you gotta go this route. Those are the 2 fake games. Yep. All right. So this could be the final one. If we win, we're 5-0 and we get our full victory. If we lose, we get one more shot at full victory. So this could be the final boss. It's a final boss of sorts. Winning at 1 life counts the same as winning at 20. It's true. Vasha Narada 195, born in the year 19,195. Also, yes, please. Steamkin. Oh, our opponent needs a preordain. Surveil 2, then draw. They might be in black as well if they're playing that card. Mill a jumpstart card, okay. I'm gonna play the Blade Instructor first here. So mill the Sonic Assault. So Sonic Assault is instant tap a creature. Controller takes 2. Electromancer means they can play a 1-mana jumpstart, or 1-mana, like, unsummon, which they might have. Okay. This is the first time I have ever seen this toughness be relevant. Quite literally, ever. This toughness never does anything. But right now, it makes so Runaway Steamkin cannot be killed by Goblin Electromancer. Trying to force the trade over onto the Blade Instructor instead. Yeah, Jaya was very much burn. A lot of her quotes on old cards are burn quotes. Miss Drake, sure. Miss Drake's good. Or sorry, the Muse Drake, not the Mist Drake. We're gonna Rock Charger and we're gonna get in. Like, the power of the Muse Drake is that, like, flying is always a premium keyword, and, like, having enough cards in hand for the Sonic Assault style stuff is always... Frog? Oh my god, did you hear that? I went, wherever. They have a spell. They have a jump. They have some sort of unsummon, which is why I haven't used the punch yet. Like, I believe they're still holding an unsummon. So Righteous Blow can take out the Leapfrog before it kills my Rock's Charger. They could also, like, 5 cards in hand. Ugh. It's a lot of card. Okay. Fine with this outcome. Ooh. Okay. Good trick. This Righteous Blow wasn't enough to save it, and even like another, like Gravitic Punch beforehand wouldn't have been enough. We would have just lost our entirety of that. So Righteous Blow to kill the Leapfrog is still like both a legal and strong play. Let's get this off the board. What's post-combat look like? I'm sure you have something. Ooh, we Dragonauts. Still have something. Okay. I don't like attacking here anymore. We Dragonauts threatens my board a little too much. I'm gonna pass it back. And again, we're holding this Gravitic Punch as just a dead card. Our deck does not take enough advantage of it. I think it's won us 3 games, but I also think it's harmed us in just as many. Okay. Chemist's Insight, one of the few Jumpstart cards that's costed real as instant draw 2 for blue 3. It's extremely real. Night Veil Sprite, sure. That's not looking good at all. And from this point on, our opponent's going to have card advantage on us basically forever. Like, there's no... With Surveil, they're going to have card quality. With the Inspiration, they're going to have card advantage. So we need to find... Honestly, I probably want to find my big 5-2. Okay. Yeah, Inspiration is real. I mean, Glimmer of Genius was Scry 2, Draw 2, gain 2 energy. That was played, but Scry 2, Draw 2 is a lot more powerful than Draw 2. Shit. Can I draw some Luminous Bonds right now? Okay. Okay, they go... They could kill us. They was near dead to rights. With the power of the Sonic Assault, they can tap down blockers and force extra damage through. Again, a very powerful card. A lot more than I expected it to be. The reach from it is one of its greatest strengths. Like, just an extra 2 damage on top of the... Okay, a radical idea. So they're gonna pump the Wee Dragonauts. Hit us for 8. Maybe more than 8. What do I need to draw next turn in order to win this game? Luminous Bonds is part of it, I believe. Luminous Bonds on City Watch Sphinx? I don't know if that's enough. Yeah, we might be eaten alive here by our foe. I can hit the Mist Drake, but that's not enough to start winning. Let's go ahead and... Alright, I can't attack. We have to pass. They tap down one of our 2 blockers. The other one has to chump the Wee Dragonauts. Unless they have something extra, they don't have a lethal. That is something extra. Okay, show me some new cards, though. Show me on non-land. Disdainful Stroke. That's good info. Our opponent has counterspells for +4s. So yeah, then they go ahead and they Sonic Assault, tap my flyer, we Dragonauts plus Muse Drake plus Night Veil Sprite kill us. We will get to see some more cards out of our opponent though, because they do have to discard cards to flashback. Island, okay, that's like seeing a card out of our opponent. You need to play another card though, that's not lethal, that's 5. I do recommend you kill me rather than not, especially when you have Radical Idea in your grave. Just flash it back, please. Okay, a Guild Gate. Alright. Let's move on to game 2. But it is a lot of evasive creatures. A lot of evasive creatures. We don't have... Like, every single creature on their side of the board right now is flying. What do we have for that? I don't think anything, really. Yeah, not a lot going on here that I am actually intrigued by. Put in the Gargoyle. I hate it, but I'll put it in. I don't like the punch. Alright, moving on to game 2. Let's see if we can find a way under this Izzet deck. Izzet has a lot of strength once it's going off, and borrows a lot of power from Dimir, specifically. The ability for the Izzet deck to surveil and draw quality is very important. That's why I honestly find that like, you're going to find that in the long game, Celestia and Boros are the guilds that are going to lose to the other 3 guilds in a protracted game because of the value that Surveil gives you, and Surveil being available in the other 3 guilds. That said, Celestia has some very high power endgame cards with the Worm, and Boros has strong starts going on. Anyway, while we're waiting, how's everybody doing? Like, y'all having a good time? We're a couple hours in. We're still going to be going for just a little longer here. Hope everybody's having a good week. I know I've had a busy one. This is one of the few free times I've had to myself, and I wanted to do a draft, so here we are. Sure, I'm in. Took a long nap. Ah, yeah. I feel you there. Uh-huh. Alright. Let's move. Okay, they either have like a jump start draw or a surveil draw or a pass wall adept. Sure. This is a guild gate, right? Yeah, it's a guild gate. Night Veil Sprite, sure. So my plan here is to hope that this 3-3 is enough of an aggressive threat to keep things rolling. We have another 3-3 flyer coming out on the next land draw, which is nice. Right now, again, I want to be the aggressor. They're going to surveil to try to get card quality, of course, and there's no reason this is blocking other than that. Kept the card on top. Alright. So, probably some sort of reasonable card. Miss Drake, that just... yeah. 10th District Guard comes in and attacks that, and... nice. Yeah, pass wall gets dangerous late. Alright, Hellkite, well. Cool thing. Opponent's on 8. They don't know it. We know it. They don't know it. We definitely know it. Also, they can't play 1 toughness minions anymore. I really like the whelp. I like that it's splashable. That's my favorite part about it, is that it's red 4. In a lot of other sets, I would assume this card would be red 3. Or, yeah, red 3. Okay. They can't surveil because Hellkite Whelp is in the way. They could throw Hellkite Surveil Sprite away if they want to surveil 1. I'm gonna give them the ability to triple block here. Mostly because I feel like we have 3 cards in hand and can punish it. So I want them not to take the action. We have, you know, it's like, could we have Sure Strike? Could we have any pump spell? They might still take it. Okay, they're still taking it. I'm gonna kill that Night Veil Sprite then. Fine by me. We have Luminous Bonds for when they play their 6-drop, which is coming soon. They might just land and then City. You know. Got an Electromancer. Ooh, that's danger. Okay. Coming in. Sure. No blocks, clearly. Steamkin. I think I want to Luminous Bond something. I don't know what. I think it's going to be Flyer. Now, here's the hope. Okay. So they're willing to spend that to not take the damage there. Let's get in for 1. And our opponent might have the Disdainful Stroke, but first line of Inescapable Blaze is, it is inescapable. You cannot escape it. Radical idea to... Ooh, that's a lot of card draw for them. Nice. Again, I talked about how this Electromancer is quite dangerous. I think our opponent has a strong deck for the specific card. There's that Sphinx. That was the card I wanted to put that Luminous Bonds on, but I wanted to be aggressive about my line here. I think there's a couple obvious blocks here. The question is what is done with the non-obvious blocks. Where does that Electromancer go? Does it go on Runaway Steamkin? Does it... how much damage do they take? Do they try to eat a 1/1 instead? I want our opponent to be unwilling to make... And this is why you take the lines. Our opponent went for an optimization strategy there, not knowing their life total was actually 4. That trick won't work a second time. It just won't. That is a one-time trick. From now on, they will not, like, take hits like that. But yeah, as mentioned, we made that all-out attack looks very poor. And they made blocks trying to optimize what they could kill without risk. Like, they could have blocked the 5-4 on the 3-3, but there's a heavy amount of risk involved there. With any trick at all, any trick in the game, making them lose their 5-4. So they moved that over to a different creature. And then from there, they're like, well, we should take out the 1/1s that are the life gain here so that we're able to win the game faster. I talk a lot about taking the lines that are your lines for victory rather than lines for not losing. I sum it up as the path to victory. Whenever you're playing, always be looking for what options you can take to win, rather than what options you can take to not lose, as the two are not the same at the same time. They can be. They can absolutely be the same thing, but not always, and it's very important to know. So. Good old secret damage. Alright. If we win, this is the final game. If we lose, we got one match left. So, let's see how this opening hand looks. I want an aggressive line. I want my 2-drop. Okay. Ooh, early Electromancer. Okay. But I can Righteous Blow it. Next on that, I should have asked if they wanted to block it. Alright. So let's get in for another one. I'm gonna get down the Blade Instructor right now, as it's the most damage if they don't have a play on 4. We do want to find gates sooner or later. Okay, they got a 4, and it's... Oh, Wisconsin. Yikes. That sure is just a hard stop. Okay. Very happy to see Wojak Bodyguard right here, right now. Pass wall, alright. These are not the threatening cards our opponent has. These are the defensive cards. Like, and that's good. Like, I mean, I'm like, yeah, that's great for them that they have all these defensive options. But it means they don't currently have the victorious options. I think they have a Sonic. Or a bounce. A bounce would be the worst, because I want to throw it. Ah, damn. Freaking Muse. Really want to get Inspiring Unicorn down before I start making attacks here. So planes off the top would be preferred, but... Okay. We're free. And this doesn't even look like a weird attack. Because getting a 3-3 flyer is a very effective strategy against our current opponent. Oh, they've got their own Sure Strike. Sure. Alright, so let's allow them to play cards first. Because they've got a Sure Strike here to kill my Healer's Hawk. So to that end, what do we kill? I can Sure Strike my Healer's Hawk to kill their Muse Drake. I can Sure Strike my Wojak Bodyguard to kill their Crab. So the question is, do I want their Crab dead, do I want their Drake dead? And I think I actually want their Crab dead. I can also save my Blade Instructor. There's a lot of lines there. And it's interesting. I think there's a lot of different directions that turn could have gone. I could have killed the Drake. I could have killed any of the three. I think was a line that could have worked. All right. Yep, that's the City Read, City Watch. That's fine. That's more of an offensive thing. We really need a fourth land here. Again, a gate would be a very, very nice draw. I'll take that. Now they can't attack with their City Watch Sphinx without incurring heavy losses. They're at 18, so they could afford it, but like I can mentor onto Sunhome and then mentor onto the Torch Courier. And if I draw into a Plains, I can just play Inspiring Unicorn and get that going. Not unreasonable. 3 cards in hand. I think one of them is a Sonic, or like I think one's a Sonic. So, okay, alright. Try offense, that's fine. We got Lifelink coming down in a couple turns. Hypothesis Sizzle, alright. Kill my Wojak? Ooh, and you discard a Radical. Yeah, kill the Wojak. Sure. Alright. Alright, let's get the Unicorn down. Next turn we can play Sworn Companions and we can start gaining a lot of life back, so those City Watch Sphinx isn't a huge threat to us. It is a threat. Let's be very honest about where we're at. That Sphinx could kill us in 4, you know. It will kill us in 4. So that's why we need the Sworn Companions. Off the top, Luminous Bonds would be a good one. Ooh, that's scary. That tells me I might be dead. Sure. Okay, Justice. How am I not dying next turn? Like, There's already lethal damage because they do have an instant in sorcery. They have a radical idea to jump the frog, so I can't allow this board to be there. Like, Untapped Land for Hellkite Whelp was actually the card I think I wanted, because then I could kill the Leapfrog. That wouldn't be enough, though. I'd still die. I can Justice Strike Wee Dragonauts, but I will take 9? Do we assume that 9 is not 10? Justice Strike the Sphinx while they're tapped out. I think I might die to that is the problem. This attack is obvious because none of these creatures can block. Let's see if any chumping happens. Maybe Leapfrog kills Inspiring Unicorn? Okay. From here, we're gonna just kill the Sphinx. I know that gives them a better draw right now, but I do not want to risk any, like, Surveil counter 1, something like that. I cannot risk that. Oh no, another frog. Hell. Okay, they got rid of 1. Alright. So let's get the Whelp down. This is a flying blocker. Actually, this is a flying attacker. Alright, we played around it. And they milled a gate. Okay, so they're trying to... They have 1 card in hand and they have Radical Idea. Pass it off. Our Gatekeeper Gargoyle sucks. I was gonna haste that and kill their Leapfrog with it. Was the hope. I actually might haste out a 1/1 lifelink token next turn. If their Wee Dragonauts is tapped. If their Wee Dragonauts is tapped. So, 2 cards in hand, the ability to cycle 1 of them for +2 in the jump. We are at 4 if they do that. They need 2 instants and sorceries to kill us in some manner. They don't have the, like, Electromancer to make it super easy. And they clearly don't have the Sonic. If they had the Sonic, we'd die on the spot. Unless they do have the Sonic and, like, where they were just sitting here waiting for it. Okay, Radical Idea. Discards a land. Wee Dragonauts and the flip. Yep. That's fine. So draw a card. Again, Sonic kills us. I want the attack from Wee Dragonauts. Perfect. Go to 4. God, another Mistdrake. Oh my goodness. They have so many of these Muse Drakes. Keep calling them Mistdrakes. Those are so good against us. Luminous Bonds. I think that's too little too late right now. Sworn Companions, swing, attack in, go to 6. Our opponent has lethal on the crackback if they have an instant and sorcery. If I go ahead and play Luminous Bonds on Wee Dragonauts, our opponent has lethal on the crackback if they have an instant or sorcery. I should go with this play then. Why? Why would you tap that way? I'm gonna go this way because this gets us the lifelinkers, and if we live through the turn, we start life-linking our life back. The other way, we don't have any life-linkers. We're at the mercy of the top of their deck for 3 turns or whatever. So, okay, that is an instant sorcery, so we lose on the spot. So that brings us to the final round. Assuming they attack with everybody, but I don't know why they wouldn't. Yeah, our opponent was almost exclusively flying. Ooh, they did have the Sonic. Okay, that was the card I was most scared of, that I thought would just win them the game, and it indeed did. So, moving right along. They were gonna do that regardless. I'm not happy with the auto-tapper for it, though. Let's go to... I really don't like that you don't get to see that card if you click on it too quick. Like, if you click on it too quick, the card isn't there, so it treats it as a click outside the card, which passes up on what the card is, so you don't get to know what your card was. So the only way to know what your card was, like, look in your collection and remember every single card you owned, and then, like, find the one you didn't own. Which there's no way you remember that. There's still some UI improvements that are needed on this client, is what I'm saying. Final round. Carnivorous. And Chandra. Let's see how the final fight goes. No matter what, this will be the end. You know, victory or loss. Ooh. Oh, smokes. I am all about this hand. Holy crap. It's a lot of mentor. Play the Guild Gate. I'll pass up on the point of damage on turn 2 in order to be able to play the Hawk Plus on turn 3. So obviously we can't Torch Core. Okay, and they drew into their other color. Darkblade, yep, that's fine. I think I play the Wojek. Actually, no, let's play the Blade Instructor. Do I want hasted blades? I don't think so. I don't want to lose my board that much. Alright. I am giving my opponent the ability to wipe me out with vapors. That's maybe a reason I should have gone for the Wojek there. But I like the blade first. Burglar Rat, sure. I'll discard Collar the Culprit. That doesn't do anything right now. They could kill this, but so can Justice. Okay, Burglar Rat is pretty good at stopping Blade Instructor from functioning. Ooh, got one Crater Maker. Think... Oh my. Oh my. Throw them all under the bus, please. This is what Sure Strike was made for. God, I really wish they would have thrown all those under the bus, but... Can't have them all. Okay, 3/3 flyer is ours. I'm fine with that trade. Please double block again. Okay, interesting. Hey, Blazing Blade, we are in the final match. It is the end. We just started the final match. Opponent has so much surveil going on. Ooh, that's nice. Believe that presents a lethal threat next turn. 2, 3, 4. Yep, that is a lethal threat next turn with a Justice Strike to back it. So... Alright, I'm actually gonna... take it. Because I don't believe my opponent has a way to stop me. Perfect! Alright, 1 game 1. On to 2. Put the Locksmith in over the 10th District Guard. I think our opponent is more likely to have walls. Wall of Bones is a pretty common play, and they have a lot of surveil enabling things. So, or surveil likers, which tells me they want to be high up on surveil plays. And Wall of Bones, the little one. Indeed, Blazing Blade, that is sort of the idea. It wasn't what we drafted. We had a Boros deck going, or sorry, we had Boros, and then we moved into... Interesting. Interesting. I'm in. It's a very weird hand. I think they have the Surveiler. No, they're gonna counter my Locket. Interesting. I'm happy with the Locket being countered because that we don't really need the card draw. They did not mill a cards. They liked their draw. Perhaps a 4th land. No. They also liked those 2 cards. Silent Dart. Sure. I'm just gonna pass. I don't need to play the Hammer Dropper quite yet. We don't need a Magnet for removal. That card doesn't matter in the slightest. Cool thing about Mesmerist? I'll decline this for now. Can't stop the token we make, because the token we make won't be on the board. If they go for an attack, we make a token and we get the block. They have to use, like, Silent Dart to force through. It's kind of weird. Yep, end combat, no play. Sure. Oh, this feels really nice. If you want to play the long game against me, I'm fine with that. Alright, let's Rock Charger, and we can also do an activation. This is a magnet for a counter or kill spell. Hopefully it just gets the Silent Dart. I want that gone so I can play the Hellkite. The Hellkite is much more of a cool thing against what our opponent has on the board. Dream Eater. Yikes. That's really powerful. So, what are we doing? I don't know why they... That seems like something you would have used to... Okay, throw 3 in the yard. Sure. So that's something I'm just gonna, like, Luminous Bonds. Wow, I can't collar it. Or can I? Hold on. Do it, 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 do it. Ah, okay. We're gonna draw some card. I want to find the 8th land. Yeah, there we go. There's the 8th land. Good. Yep, that's good, alright. Okay, so Luminous Bonds. And I'm gonna play the Hammer Dropper here. Because I want a threat on the board. Again, they have that dart. Wow, they're not going to spend that dart. I guess the can go, like, that can... Huh, weird. Maybe they want the Surveil pretty bad? Interesting. Okay. Rock's Charger is go. Sunhome Stalwart is go. Pass it back and we can make a token. The power of Surveil's really coming out here. They're able to match me blow for blow, even though I'm up like 4 cards here. Okay, Night Veil Predator, good card. Not gonna try and do anything about it, just take it. 2 cards left. What do we got? Anything big? A Shade. Alright, that is kind of big game. And a Knockout Blow for my... Okay. Alright, let's... Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, let's draw a card that can deal with that. I think we're gonna take it out now. I'm not gonna bother letting our opponent keep a Shade in play. Okay. Deadly Visit into Deadly Visit into Deadly Visit. That's a reasonable line. And they milled 1 card? Oh my god, I can't. 13. Okay, they milled 2 cards. Okay. And Predator. So let's go to 6. we're gonna try to, again, out... Ooh, there we go. Crater Maker gets a job done. Ooh, so does that. Okay. Alright. And thus the board is ours. Okay, Barrier Bones, another Surveil. But we can walk right through the Barrier Bones, land in the yard. They can still attack for 3 with that Night Veil Predator. Not certain it's best for them to do so, but they can. Okay, I think Locksmith is gonna trade off. I want to keep the removal. Okay, go to 7. We need to start healing up. Okay, we play this to get our 4th counter on this. They have a kill spell for us? And let's jump, Steamkin. Not even gonna chump, huh? Alright. Ooh, that's a nice draw right there. This probably doesn't resolve, if I had to guess. The Blaze might sound the end of this. Okay, they did have the counter for it, alright. Problem is, you know, nearly dead on board. There we go! And that's our victory! Through the power of card draw in white. Oh my god, the power of card draw in white? Through the power in card draw in white. We made it a 5-1 with this. Excellent. I'm incredibly happy with this outcome. I was expecting more of a 3-2 outcome with where our draft went, but absolutely we'll take the full Monty. Alright, 6 packs, full payback. Let's take a prize. Let's go ahead and see what's in our packs. So yeah. Excellent. So yeah, that's gonna be all for tonight. Glad y'all could join. I had a lot of fun doing another one of these drafts. These tend to go a little long. We have a lot of... dang. Pretty happy with how everything went. We had some close games. We had some thefts. But yeah, if you want to catch more like this, you can always follow. I end up doing this on weekdays and weekends. Tuesdays are La Milana. Wednesday, Thursday. Usually Thursday is the other day I do a stream on weekdays. But I do a lot more weekend stuff these times. And then if you want to support the stream, you can always, you know, just be here. There's always the skull. You can always subscribe, get the skull. But I'm just glad you're having a good time. Oh, Mara. Mara's so good. I'm just glad you're here, having a good time, having fun, enjoying the stream. So yeah, I think this all went really well. I want to see. I'm glad that again Boros is just a good, straightforward, strong deck. Power of the Bounty. Yeah. Nothing really beats... Ooh, 2 Knight of Omens. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.